have to wear these UPF 50 shirts. I have very fair skin and spent a lot of time in the sun. I've been wearing some generic ones, and I was like, you know, I shouldn't do that. I should represent. My name is Rick, and I'm exploring Southern California on my sailboat Frog's Leap. Stick around. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen out there. So check this out. Check this out. Sailing vessel Frog's Leap right on the left chest. So this one's a little different. My other ones have like a gator that's built into it right here. This doesn't have that. So probably gonna have to have another gator on the top, but that's okay because it'll hold this like this, and I'll probably have less trouble with the wind. Yeah, I think I'm excited about this shirt. It's got a little identity going on here, but there's more. There's more. Yeah, Marina Queen on the back of the shirt. Pretty cool, UPF 50. I've got the boat, I've got the channel back here, but I'm not done. Yeah, we got blue water. Yeah, we got blue water behind the boat. Yeah, it's the way it should be, right? Yeah, so that's positive. It gets even better. The shirt is good. The blue is good. We're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it right now. Right now. Yeah. Frog's Leap. We're gonna do it right now. Oh yeah. The last time I was talking about this, I was talking about the route going from San Diego to Ensenada and how you have to go past the Coronado Islands. Look, I have more to say about the Coronado Islands. I'm not over it yet. I have to get past the Coronado Islands, figuratively and later literally. 1920 to 1933, the United States had a constitutional ban on alcohol. The transportation of alcohol, the importation of alcohol, anything to do with alcohol, totally illegal. Well, the Coronado Islands played an interesting role during this whole prohibition time because there's a cove on South Island on the northeast shore. Boats could get in and out of there. You know, it was isolated. It was often foggy. Smugglers quickly discovered, hey, this is a way to move alcohol across the border. And this cove actually came to be known as Smuggler's Cove. So there's a whole bunch of history with regards to the Coronado Islands that's very interesting. Well, in 1943, there were these new submarine chaser vessels. A man named Hubbard, you've probably heard of him, L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology and well-known science fiction writer. He got command of one of these submarine chaser boats. In fact, he was a plank owner of PC-815, which he commanded for a little less than 3 months. Well, apparently he thought that the Coronado Islands belonged to the United States and that they were available for bombardment. And I'm sure he was surprised to learn there was some Mexican Coast Guard stationed on the islands at the time. It created enough of an international incident that he was relieved of command. So yeah, Captain Hubbard. L. Ron. Captain Hubbard. L. Ron. Oh yeah, it's time to talk more about this upcoming trip to Ensenada. Different people are going to think about it differently to facilitate their understanding. I think what you'll find is my view of it is broad enough that I think the truth fits in the box. That's what I want to share with you is my truth. My truth. Broad enough, fits in the box. My truth. My truth. The way it works in the United States is there's one entity, Customs and Border Protection, responsible for enforcing all of the immigrations, customs, and agriculture regulations. It's got the immigration piece and the customs piece all connected. And what we're going to find when we look at Mexico is they're not connected. So when we're talking about immigration, we're talking about people. When we're talking about customs, we're talking about the importation of goods. So we're talking about the boat and any cargo that it might be carrying. We're going to first visit their immigration office. We're going to fill out a crew list, and once they've validated the information on the crew list, they're going to charge each crew member for this FMM. This is just a fee you pay when you come into the country, and each person must hold on to their FMM because that's their receipt that they've gone through this process. FMM. The fee you pay, each person must hold on to their FMM because that's their receipt. And then after the immigration office, we're going to go to the port captain's office, and that's where we're going to handle whatever fees are going to be required for having the boat there. And this is also where I expect that they're going to check the documentation of the boat and confirm that the ownership of the boat is as I described, and that the boat has what's called a TIP, a temporary import permit, and it does not, so we'll arrange to get one at that time. Oh, that's what I expect. I expect it to go pretty smooth. Each crew member needs to be able to prove they are who they say they are with a passport. And as the owner of the boat, once I've proven who I am, then I can show with the Coast Guard's certificate of documentation that I am the rightful owner of the boat. And the best way to think of the FMM is as a receipt. The best way to think of the tip is as a receipt. You want to hold on to the receipt. Hold on to the receipt. If you're stopped by the police, they would say, show me your FMM. I would imagine. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think the tip stays on the boat. I think the FMM, that's got to be on your person. But both of them, the FMM and the tip, they're receipts, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So I was getting some questions about how I named the channel. Why do I call it Marina Queen? So when you start considering purchasing a boat, you start imagining, like, what does that look like? And for me, the boat would be somewhere else. And I would go there and stay on the boat maybe 3 nights, right? I knew that for 90% of the month, the boat would not be sailed. I mean, it's possible that somebody who has a boat right next to me, I could be there for a year and they would never see me. A boat that was in a slip and never moved, I would always call that a Marina Queen. The title references the boat as the Marina Queen. There is a gotcha that you have to be aware of because San Diego is so close to Mexico, and because of the Coronado Islands, where there's good fishing around there, it's common for U.S. flagged vessels to be in Mexican waters. Mexican law enforcement can board you. Now imagine they would hail you on VHF first. They might ask, hey, what was your last port of call? You might say San Diego. And what's your next port of call? If you say San Diego, well, at that point, they know that you are not going to make landfall, but you're still in Mexican waters. There is a requirement that you have an FMM. When they ask me, they'll say, oh, last port of call, I'll say San Diego, they'll say next port of call, and I'll say Ensenada. They're not going to say, show me your FMM. They know that I'm not going to get my FMM until I get to Ensenada. Yeah, for fishermen, they have to have the FMM and they have to have the fishing license. It's a gotcha. 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 Well, those are the gotchas for the clear-in process, but there's also a clear-out process. And it's a process you don't want to skip, because if you skip it, the next time you come into Mexico, it's going to show that you never left. They're going to say you're there illegally. Never left. It's a process you don't want to skip. Never left. Never left. It's as important to clear out as it is to clear in. And there are some gotchas in the clear out process as well. The first being, don't lose your FMM. Don't lose your FMM, because in the clear out process, you surrender it to immigration's officials. So you got to have your receipt. Yeah. When you go to clear out and you go to the port captain's office, which is the last part of clearing out, you'll pay the checkout fees. You'll have the crew list stamped. Well, I have to show proof of competency for recreational boating. Yeah. Well, apparently this proof consists of one of several things. They are a Coast Guard captain's license, a state boating card, or an international certificate for operators of pleasure craft. I think the cheapest way for me to handle this is to take that California safe boater thing and show them the California state thing. But it seems like a gotcha to me. You're going to check out and now you can't because you're not a safe boater, but they let you check in. Reads like a gotcha? I'm gonna get that safe boater's card. Yeah, it's happening. Safe boater, baby. I'll see you next week on the boat.